Hello and welcome to another update video about ICP. ICP is still moving in a corrective sideways range. No significant breakout, not up, not down. Already mentioned in the last video that I recorded about ICP that the range is basically bound here by the upper, well, you could say the upper boundary line here, this green line, yeah. And this is at $14 pretty much. So it takes a sustained break above it for an upside breakout. And to the downside, we've got this $10.70 level. These are quite crucial. You can see the market isn't really doing anything at the moment. It's certainly not following clearly the white count, but it's also not invalidated. So in the white scenario, I highlighted to you that this would most likely be an ending diagonal to the downside in which the B wave, so we have an A wave down, a B wave. We're now coming down in wave C to possibly 865, but it's certainly not following through as it should. That's always a warning that something different could be playing out, but it's also not invalidated. So it's a little bit in no man's land until we get a breakout. And the thing is, we have a wave 1 down, a wave 2 up. And then this here would have to be an A, B, yeah, but the B is already very high, very close to invalidation. It missed it by a few cents, the invalidation point, which is basically the green line. So I can call that a 1-2 AB, but I can tell you from experience that this is too high for a reliable B wave in an ending diagonal. So I'm very much focusing a little bit more on the purple count, even though it says alternative. But I said to you last time, it is a probable scenario, but it just takes a little bit more signals to highlight that purple is playing out. I mean, what is the purple count? It just means that this B wave never finished and we're forming some kind of a larger flat structure here, which would be A wave down, and then the B wave is A, B, and we might have started wave C, and that would form the B wave, and it didn't top here on the 20th of April. No, it's still unfolding, and we would then get a C wave down. Just basically a delay. At least that's what I'm tracking, you know, and therefore I added a micro support region. Is it a great setup for higher prices? No, absolutely not, right? But I give you a breakout point at basically $14, and this is a micro support region. I mean, you can call that a 5-wave move up. It's just not, basically it would be wave 1 of C in the alternative B wave. Then this is a wave 2 pullback. I haven't labeled it because it's just not, you know, it's not reliable, but there's a possible 1-2 setup here. And if we rally and break above $14, then I'm looking at this as a third wave of the C wave. I mean, I can label it, but it's more like, you know, wave 1, wave 2, 3, 4, 5, possibly targeting 1671 to 1837. So just labeling this. So we've got it. And then, yeah, I mean, in this case, the wave 2 is ideally in, right? And any sustained break below 1171 would be a little bit too deep for this wave 2 again, right? So, and because the last low is so close to 1171, you know, this could easily invalidate if it breaks below the last low. So that's why what I'm focusing on. If the third wave to the upside unfolds, I just realized the color is slightly different, but yeah, maybe more like that. Not that anybody gets confused here. If the third wave to the upside is starting, then it should probably, I'm just checking. Yeah, okay. Then it should probably reach the 1.38 extension to the upside. So like 1551 just for the third. And the fifth would then reach like $16.13, 1657. There is here around that 1.786 extension, there is Fibonacci confluence. It's typically where there could be a bit of a target, you know, resistance. So yeah, it just gives us a roadmap at this stage. But yeah, overall, not much happened on this chart. Pretty much not very eventful. And we have two counts here, and yeah. If we dip into the yellow support region down there, that wouldn't be bearish. It would just mean that, okay, we are probably setting up, as long as the pullback is corrective, for a larger C wave rally. And eventually, my view is at the moment that if we get this higher B wave, it would just delay this sell-off. We'll see how it all plays out. At least you have the levels to watch, upside targets, downside targets, but we need to see a breakout. There's generally a problem currently in the crypto space. Most of these coins are just moving sideways. Very much indecision everywhere, unfortunately. So yeah, that's my update about ICP. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.